for earthquake provision in SCP 2015, we are going to solve various problems regarding to earthquake. And our reference code will be the National Structural Code of the Philippines 2015. So for problem number 1, a beam AB and a column CD are elements of the special moment resisting frame. So this one is the beam AB and this one is the column CD. Structural analysis has provided the following individual beam moments at A. So meron tayong mga parameters regarding sa beam moment at A. And the column axial loads and moments at C due to the dead load, office building live load, and the lateral seismic forces. So for the beam moment at A, yung dead load moment natin is 100 kip feet. Yung live load moment is 50 kip feet. And the horizontal seismic force na 120 kips feet. Find the strand design moment at beam end A. Kung ano yung ating factor E or earthquake load consideration base sa results from the analysis at saka sa mga parameters natin or zone 4 CA natin na 0.44, importance factor na 1.0, density na 1.1, F1 na 0.5, and snow load na 0. For the solution in the problem number 1, to identify the strand design moment at the beam end, so meron tayong given na formula or yung E natin, which is equivalent to the density multiplied by the horizontal force plus the vertical force natin. So first, we're going to identify natin yung EV since yung density natin tsaka yung seismic horizontal force is given. So yung formula na gagamitin natin for the vertical earthquake load is 0.5 CA multiplied by the importance factor multiplied by the dead load. So if we substitute the given parameters, makakukuha tayo ng sagot na 22 kips feet. Since, as I mentioned kanina, yung moment due to horizontal earthquake forces natin or EH is given as 120 kips feet. Ito, given siya. So to substitute the strand design moment at beam A, as I mentioned, E is equals to density multiplied by the horizontal force plus the vertical force. Substitute, makakukuha tayo ng 154 kips feet na sagot. So since moment yung pinag-uusapan natin, yung relevant load combination sa earthquake is 1.2 dead load plus 1.E the earthquake load plus 1.2 F1 multiplied by the live load and yung 0.9 dead load plus or minus 1.0 earthquake load. Since moment yung pinag-uusapan natin, we substitute or we considered this load combination in terms of moment. So for MA or beam NA, we have 1.2 moment dead load, 1.2 moment earthquake load, plus 1.0 F1 moment live load. So if we substitute these values, makakukuha tayo ng sagot ng 299 kips feet. So for the second criteria, 0.9 dead load or 0.9 moment dead load plus or minus 1.0 moment of due to earthquake load. Since meron tayong plus or minus dito, makakakuha tayo ng dalawang sagot which is 244 or 64 kips feet na moments. So since tinatanong is yung strand design moment natin, so it is safe and conservative enough to consider the lowest value. which is yung 244 or yung 64 kips natin na moment. So ito yung gagamitin natin for the design or ito yung ating magiging design moment. Problem number 2. A 5-story concrete special moment resisting frame is shown below. So we have given framing with their theoretical displacement. So, meron tayong imaginary line dito. Ganito daw yung magiging behavior ng ating structure kapag nag-apply tayo ng mga various forces per floor. The specified lateral forces or Fx been applied in the corresponding floor level displacement dx at the floor center of mass have been found and are shown in below. So, level 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, yung kanilang corresponding heights. Halimbawa, ito is 3.048, 0.048, at saka pinakamataas is yung from the level 1 na 3.658 base sa given. And their corresponding displacement are tabulated din. So, ito yung kanyang displacement. So, delta S1 itong displacement niya. For example, in the level 5, yung kanyang displacement is 51.318. So from this point up to this point, it is said na 51.308 daw yung kanyang story displacement. So for this problem, we are going to determine if a type 1 vertical irregularity or stiffness irregularity or substory exists in the first story. So kung meron daw bang substory dito sa level 1 natin or first story. So according to the NSAP provisions, to determine if there is a type 1 vertical irregularity, stiffness or irregularity or substory, kailangan natin tong i-test. So dalawang test. First, the story stiffness is less than 70% of that story above. So dapat daw yung ating concerned substory is less than 70% of that story above. Mamaya yung computation natin dyan. The story stiffness is less than 80% of the average stiffness of the 3 stories. So, based sa figure natin, kapag maglalagay tayo ng imaginary line or another line dito, triangular yung shape ng ating diagram or yung ating displacement ng structure or story displacement. So for the solution, so in-attach ko dito yung ating table, yung given kanina, tsaka yung graph ng frame. For level 1 story drift, ito, from this point up to this point is 18.034. So ito yung displacement daw ng ating structure. Next, for the level 2 story drift, this one, we have 27.034 up to this point. Kaso ito yung concern natin. So if this is 18.034 and this one is 27.432, yung kanilang difference is 9.398 millimeter. And for story 3, we have, if this is 36.830, this point, up to this point na 27.342, we have 9.398 then. So for level 4, this point up to this point, we have 7.62 millimeters. And for the level 5, this point up to this point, we have 6.858 millimeters. So bagay ito yung kanilang mga value. Drift 1, drift 2, drift 3, drift 4, and then drift 5. Okay. Next, we have going to identify the story drift ratio. So yung story drift ratio natin is the ratio ng story drift divided by the level height. So yung story drift natin divided by the height. So as tabulated kanina, yung story drift ng ating level 1 is 18.034. Yung kanyang height to this is 3.658. Since naka-millimeter tayo, convert natin ito din ng tens of millimeter para maging siyang ratio. Makakuha tayo ng 0.00493 for the level 1. For level 2, we have 9.398 na level story drift divided by yung kanyang height na 3.048. So from this point up to this point, 3.048 daw yun. And makakakuha tayo ng 0.00308 na ratio. And for story drift C or 3, we have 9.398 din na story drift sa kanyang level divided by yung kanyang height na 3.048. So 0.00308 din. So same procedure sa level 4 and level 5 na nakakuha tayo ng 0.00250 and 0.00225 na ratio respectively. So kung itatabulate natin yan, so for the level, sa height, sa story displacement, sa story drift, sa story drift ratio, and since kino-consider natin, kino-compare natin sa 70% of the story drift ratio, so kailangan natin i-multiply ng 70% or maglagay ng another column to multiply the 70% of this ratio. For the test 1, the story stiffness is less than 70% of that story above. So since ito yung level 1 natin, 0.00345, it is less than 0.003083. Kaya meron tayong soft story sa level 1. And dito naman sa level 2, since yung ratio natin is 0.002153 and mas malaki ito compare dito, so kaya wala tayong soft story. Dito naman, ganun din, mas maliit yung 0.02153 compared to 0.025, kaya wala din tayong soft story sa level 3. So 0.0075 then is way smaller or less than compared to the 0.0225. So wala tayong soft story doon. Since wala na siyang above value, so wala tayong sagot for this level 5. So in short, for the test 1, we have a soft story on level 1. Next test, para mag-conduct tayo ng second test, mag-provide ulit tayo ng another column na kung saan minumultiply naman natin ng 80% yung ating story drift ratio. So, yan, tabulated na din siya. The story stiffness is less than 80% of the average stiffness of all 3 stories above. So, kapag meron daw yung stiffness natin is less than 80% sa mga average ng tatlong story na above sa kanya, such as yung level 2, 3, and 4. In this case, level 2, 3, and 4, 0.003083, 308, tsaka 0.025. Ang average niyan is 0.00289. Which is less than 0.00394. For level 3, 4, 5 or 3, 4, 5, yung ratio nito or yung average nila is 0.00261, which is greater than 0.00246 or 247. The highlighted shows that soft story exists. So the story stiffness is less than 80% to the average stiffness of the 3-story above. So yung nag-govern or nag-satisfy sa condition na to is yung sa level 1 na um, level 1 floor. So, kasi yung kanyang ratio ng average ng mga 3-story above is less than to the 80% of the corresponding story drift ratio. This one. Okay. So the highlighted in red shows that a substory exists. For problem number 3, a 5-story moment-resisting frame office building has a heavily utility equipment installation at level 2. So meron tayong certain utility equipment dito. So meron siyang timbang na 100 or per floor we have this given. So for weight 1, 100 kips, weight 2 is 170 kips, weight 3 is 110 kips, weight 4 is 110 kips, and weight 5 is 90 kips. Determine if there is a type 2 vertical weight or mass irregularity. So according to NSCP 2015, a weight or mass vertical irregularity is considered to exist when the effective mass of an story is more than 150% of the adjacent building. So meron daw tayong vertical irregularities if yung ating story concern um, is more than 150% of the adjacent story. However, the requirement does not apply to the roof if the roof is lighter than the floor below. So, to check the effective mass at level 2, so kailangan muna natin i-multiply yung mga adjacent floors niya sa taas at saka sa ibaba ng 150 or 150% or 1.5. So 1.5 multiplied by 100 keeps, we have 150, and W2 or level 3 rather, 1.5 times 110 keeps, we have 165 keeps. Eh, since 170 keeps yung ating weight sa floor level 2, which is pipili tayo din ng mas maliit compared to this adjacent building kung ano yung pinakamalit sa kanila, eh nagkataon yung pinakamaliit is 150, ito yung i-compare natin sa concerned floor. Eh, since weight 2 is greater than 150, therefore weight irregularity exists. So meron tayong irregularity sa weight dito. Kasi nga mas malaki ng 170 kips compared to 150 lang sa level 1 or yung concern natin na adjacent floor. So again, there is a weight irregularity exists. So kailangan mas less than kasi itong weight natin na concern compare sa kanyang adjacent floor. Next, problem number 4, the lateral force resisting system of a 5-story special moment frame building shown below has a 25-foot setback at the third, fourth, and fifth story. So, sa third, fourth, and fifth, hanggang, kung tig 25 ito, hanggang 75 feet lang ito. Yung level 2 and 1 is tigwa 100 feet. Determine if a type 3 vertical irregularity or vertical geometric irregularity exists. So according again to NSCP 2015, a vertical geometric irregularity is considered to exist where the horizontal dimension of the lateral force resisting system in an any story is more than 130% of that adjacent story. One-story penthouse are not subjected to this requirement. In this example, the setback of level 3 must check. So this one. Kasi ito yung unang nagbago na dimension. In this example, the setback of level 3 must be checked. The ratios of the two level is, so yung weight level natin, this one is 100 feet, and ito naman is 75 feet. So since yung ratio ng level 2 and level 3 is 1.333, which is greater than 130%, so kailangan kasi less than 130, therefore a vertical geometric irregularity is existent. That is for problem number 4. For problem number 5, a concrete building has the building frame shown, the shear wall between sly and B. So we have a shear wall at 1 to between 2 to 3rd level, 3 to 4th level, and 4 to 5th level. And a shear wall din sa side na to. Tig to 12 feet yung kanilang depth or yung kanilang height. Determine if there is a type 4 vertical irregularities in plane discontinuity and vertical lateral force resisting frame. So, check daw natin yung in plane discontinuity. So, a type 4 vertical irregularity exists where there's an in-plane offset of the lateral or resisting elements greater than the length of the element. So, kapag daw mas malaki yung distance na to or offset na to compare sa member elements natin, so existent yung ating type 4 vertical irregularity. The left side of the upper shear wall, this one, between A and B, is 50 feet. So from this point up to this point is 50 feet of the lower shear wall line CD. Yan. This 50-foot offset is greater than 25-foot length of the offset. So mas yung distance ng element natin or isang element natin is 25 feet. So which is less than compared to the offset dito sa may shear wall natin. So in short, there are in-plane discontinuity. So as much as possible kasi in line or nasa isang plane lang yung ating mga shear walls. So kapag mas malaki yung offset natin compared to the size of the element, so in short, or therefore, we have in-plane discontinuity. For problem number 6, a concrete bearing wall has a typical transverse shear wall configuration shown below. So meron tayong given na pier. This one is the pier 1, pier 2, pier 3, pier 4, and pier 5. So yung mga ito ang pagitan ng mga openings. Pier 1, pier 2, pier 3, pier 4, pier 5, and if we continue it, we have pier 6 and pier 7. However, since for the sake of this problem, meron tayong given na 5 pier with their corresponding Vn and Vm respectively. Okay, so to check natin if meron tayong makikitang type 5 vertical irregularity, discontinuity, incapacity, or weak story condition exists. According to NSCP, a type 5 weak story discontinuity incapacity exists when the story strength is less than 80% of that story above. The story strength is considered to be the total strength of seismic force resisting elements sharing the story shear direction under consideration. So, first, kailangan muna natin i-total yung mga shear natin dito or yung V and M natin dito. So, since meron tayong dalawang values per pier, so pipiliin natin for conservative reason yung pinakamaliit na value among these. So, for the first pier, or first story rather, so since pier 1 and 2 and 3 yung ating sa first floor, so pipili tayo ng maliit. So, for pier 1, we have 20. For pier 2, we have 30 kasi maliit to compared to 40 and pier 3 na 10. So if we add this strength, we have 60 kips. For second story, pier 4 is 80, not 120 dahil mas maliit dapat ito, and 10 na VM. So we add this, we have 90 kips. Next, we check if first story strength is less than 80% of that second story. So, i-check natin, kailangan daw, i-check natin if yung ating first story strength, ito, yung 60, is less than 80% of the second story. Okay? 60K is less than 0.80 or yung 0.80 natin 72. So, ibig sabihin, there is a weak story condition exists sa pier level 1 natin. For problem number 7, The plan configuration of a 10-story size special moment frame is presented below. So in every span, we have tig to 25. And this one naman, every span is tig to 20 feet. So therefore, we have 100 by 60 feet na framing. Determine that if there is a type 2 reentrant corner irregularity or meron bang epekto yung opening dito. A type 2 reentrant corner plan irregularity exists when the plan configuration of a structure and its lateral force resisting system contain a reentrant corner where both projections of the structure beyond a reentrant corner are greater than 15% of the plan dimension. So, check natin either side dito sa side na to and dito naman sa side na to. Kailangan daw less than or greater than 15% of the where both projection of the star beyond a reentrant greater than 15. So kapag greater than 15, meron tayong type 2 reentrant corner plan irregularity. So this one, for this side, we have 100 minus 75. We have 25 divided by length na 100, which is 25%. For the sides AB, ito naman, we have 60 kabuuan minus this one na 40. So 60 minus 40 is 20 feet. So divide natin to sa kanyang total length na 60 na 33.33. So since both projections exceeds 50%, there's a reentrant corner irregularity. So merong epekto itong opening natin dito base sa computation natin. A 5-story, for problem number 8, a 5-story concrete building has a bearing wall system located around the perimeter of the building. Lateral forces are resisted by the bearing walls acting as shear wall. So meron tayong 125 by 80 feet na floor. Tapos meron siyang opening or atrium na 40 feet by 75 feet. Tinatanong niya if there is a type 3 diaphragm discontinuity exists at the second floor level or sa framing natin dito or sa floor level. So for type 3 diaphragm discontinuity irregularity exists, have I dropped discontinuities including cutout if greater than 50% yung ating opening compared to the gross area. So yung gross area natin is 80 feet by 125 or 10,000 square feet. And yung opening natin is 40 by 75 which is 30 square feet. So yung 50% ng gross area natin na 10,000 is 55,000 square foot. Eh since maliit lang yung ating opening compared to the 50% of the gross area, therefore there is no diaphragm discontinuity irregularity exists. For problem number 9, a 4-story building has a concrete shear wall lateral force resisting system in a building frame configuration. The plan configuration of the shear wall is shown in below. So yung shear wall natin. Determine if there is a type 4 out of plane offset plan irregularity between the first floor and the second floor. So this one is the typical floor plan and this one is the ground floor plan and their elevation. An out-of-plane offset plan irregularity exists when there are discontinuities in a lateral force path. For example, out-of-plane offsets of vertical resisting elements such as shear wall or shear wall. The first-story shear wall on line D is 25 feet out of plane offset to shear wall on line E. So meron shear wall dito. And the second story above. So dito, okay, this constitutes that out-of-plane offset irregularity. Therefore, offset irregularity exists for problem number 9. Problem number 10, a 10-story building has the floor plan as shown to below all levels. Special moment resisting frame are located at the perimeter of building lines 1, 4, A, and F. This one is E. Sorry, this one is F. Determine if there is a type 5 non-parallel irregularity exists. According to the NSCP, the type 5 non-parallel system irregularity is considered to exist when the vertical lateral load resisting elements are not parallel to or symmetric about the major orthogonal axis. So kapag merong not parallel or symmetric about sa major orthogonal or sa ating dimension. The vertical lateral force resisting frame elements located in line F are not parallel to the major orthogonal axis dito. Hindi siya parallel. So therefore, meron tayong non-parallel system irregularity exists.